Okay, welcome to my WLTOYS 144001 video. Finally got the mini body fitted to the car. It is absolutely terrifying. I've done some crazy builds in my time, but this thing is probably the scariest thing I've ever built. Why is that, Richie? Well, it could be that, but that's only the half of it. Okay, well, it's my WLTOYS 144001 with its new fat body. I'm going to show you the inside spec of the car in just a second. I've cut out the rear window to increase the airflow to stop it blowing over at speed, and fingers crossed this thing is going to be flying along. The front is still a bit of work in progress. I've had to do this at the minute in order to stop the front lifting and to keep the body central in order to stop it drifting to one side or the other. A little bit concerned the airflow underneath is going to push it against the tyres, so I'm going to have to find some way of supporting the front of the body back into the chassis on there to stop the thing flexing onto the tyres at speed. Anyway, let's take a look and see what's under there. That would be this build. Now look at how nicely that body shell comes off there. So a little bit of work to do on the front to get it to sit right. What have we got in here? Castle 5700kV brushless motor in here. Mod 1 gearing, more on that in a second. Dumbo RC receiver doing the steering duties on there, and Traxxas Valenian VXL3S ESC doing the power duties on here. Now the whole thing is running reasonably buttery smooth on there. XT60 connector on the battery, more on that in a second. At the back we've got a 29 tooth Mod 1 pinion that actually fitted as a spur gear connected directly to the shaft on there, and we've actually got a 12 tooth Mod 1 pinion connected to the 5700kV motor. Not sure if that's a little bit on the small side, but previous experiences told me with this car better to go small than big in the first place. Mounting plate of my own design, anybody who wants one of those, I'll link to it below the video, because that lets you slide in something like this Venom 2200 milliamp 3S LiPo underneath like that, hence the XT60 connector on there, and all of that mess then fits under the mini body without any issue. I'd played around with the car in various different specs, the smaller bodies on there like other people have done. I just simply could not squeeze everything I wanted in there without it just looking a real dog's mess on there. The mini body works for me. It might not be the most aerodynamic shape. Hopefully we're cutting that back window out, we're not going to be getting too much lift from below, we're getting good airflow through there, and the same at the front, having cut that hole out to fit the suspension pillars through. A lot of the air that would be causing that body to lift at the front, fingers crossed, will be blowing through there or out the back door. On that we've got the contact foam tyres fitted to the car, aluminum suspension all round, the upgraded metal diffs on there, and multi-point, one of the best mods I ever did, is fitting the aluminum hexes to the car, because the plastic ones, if you tighten the wheels too much, simply crunch up, bind that back gearbox up. Look at that now, spinning like an absolute demon. The front one, not too bad either. Now just got to tidy all that wiring up and let's run the thing outside. Now you may wonder why we all keep raving about the WLTOYS 144001. 5700 Castle KV motor in here, running on a Traxxas Valenian ESC on 3S today. This thing probably weighs less than 2 pounds. 5700 kV 3S, 2 pounds in weight. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand why we love this thing so much. Power to weight ratio is what makes this thing bonkers. And I would like to shout out to the RC Master, who's provided a lot of inspiration to a lot of us out there with the WLTOYS 144001. Some of the things he has done with this car, the speeds he has got, absolutely crazy. I've been like toying around with it for months now, kind of getting there, but I feel today, finally, fingers crossed, the build is coming together. I started out with a 12 tooth pinion on there with an adapter. The adapter went badly wrong at the start of the video, so I fitted a 17 tooth pinion on there now, which has turned this thing from being quite fast to absolutely terrifyingly fast. Anyway, Rich, stop talking, get battery and let's get outside. Okay, well, round two, as I would call it, because sun always shines on the righteous switch. Bit of work to do on this thing, to say the least, but the potential it has got is absolutely terrifying. The body is going to catch on the ground for sure at a minute, but in terms of sheer brutal power, I don't think I have probably ever built anything with quite the brutality that this has. It's stripping like the Metal Gears on stuff just like crazy. It really does need a huge area to go and run this thing in, but its potential, absolutely frightening. It is spinning all four wheels on the foam tyres on there, even despite me not going through the wet bit of the yard. I've had a very, very frustrating time putting this thing together this afternoon and building this video up, because see, sun never shines on the righteous switch. What did I say? Anybody counting? It's going to require a very wide open space to test this thing in. Its potential is just ballistic. The bodywork needs definitely some work on there, but it's spinning all four wheels in the yard. Something on the gearing definitely does not sound quite right, but when it's on it, it's definitely on it. Anyway, I'm shaking a bit, I have to say. I have never got so angry when building a car as doing the gears on this. I had a 12-tooth pinion fitted to it to start with. I've upgraded it to 17-tooth because with the Mod 1 pinions on this car, you need to use an adapter sleeve on there. The adapter sleeve kept shifting round within the gear, and I just about lost the plot on the build with this one. I'm sure we've all been there, people. Anyway, a lot of potential to come with this car. I have a feeling it is going to be terrifyingly quick. 100 miles an hour? Quite possibly, with this, even with this stock combination on here. Need to find out what's making that horrendous gear noise on there, and maybe trim the front bumper so under braking it's not catching on the ground. But I knew that was going to be an issue from the absolute start. Anyway, if you want to get your very own WLTOYS at 144001, see what all the fuss is about, link to it below the video. A lot more to come from this car. I will be taking it out this weekend and doing a speed test with it, so if you don't want to miss that, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, people. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.